Juliet Bravo, Great Lakes Park, out of here.
Hear you loud and clear now. We're just climbing out of Claire and like to open up our IFR flight plan, please.
Hey, Juliet Bravo, it does, but it does look fun. There was two areas have been coming together the last, I don't know, I've been in here about 40 minutes, and they've come together about 50 miles to make the gap, probably about 20 miles when it was probably about 45 when I sat down. Hey, Juliet Bravo, deviations right of course are approved, and advise them back on course.
Hey, Juliet Bravo, roger. Moderate precipitation and light chop at this position.
Juliet Bravo, roger. If you want lower altitude or anything, just let me know.
I think we're good. Thanks for your help. Minneapolis 898 Juliet Bravo's back to direct Manitowoc.
November 8 Juliet Bravo, roger. Thanks. American 2330, speed your discretion. Brickyard 4045, speed your discretion.
All right, so we just got through a really heavy band of weather that we picked our way through. We actually didn't have any problem. There wasn't any danger in there. But there was a major line of cells that was going for hundreds of miles across down Lake Michigan and across, which seems to be the case every single time that we fly out here, whether it's for Oshkosh or for anything else. Anyway, it was really impressive to see. Using the Aviation IFT 550, what we were able to see for satellite weather. We have it set up so that we've got Sirius XM satellite weather on our 550, and then on the 540 below it, we've got ADSB, and we've got ADSB weather, of course, also on our L3 links. All of that comes through our tablets as well. And so give us a really good strategic view of what we needed to do, and we were able to make some very good tactical decisions as well. And approach control here at Green Bay worked with us. They were just so fantastic, and so it all worked out really well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice to have something to compare it to. You're not just relying on one thing. You really know if something might not be right or something like that. So.
Yeah. Well, and once we're on the other side of this now, we don't have to worry about it, and it's a clear shot for us to all the way to Duluth.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow.
Holy. Turn the camera around. The camera around. If I can turn the camera.
Is the other camera working?
4327, actually. Information Mike just became current at Alphen. Ready to copy?
I don't know if you can really see the color through the camera right now. You might be able to see it from the back.
Number 327, would you like the weather changes for Mike?
Basically just broke out of the weather both in front of us and on top of us. So we weren't able to see that. We broke out, and there's the sunset.
It's amazing. You just come
Number
through it.
4327, I have the
And
weather
boom.
for Mike in front of me. The current wind 330 at 7, 3,100 scattered. And altimeter
That's just called victory
for Mike and Alphen.
Yeah, you can definitely see where the runway is, but you can't see the runway yet.
I'm glad you can see where the runway is. I can't. You're coming down. 3 green. 3 green. 3 green?
Yeah, I see the runway now, so...
I do.
photos.
Dumps check. Gas. Fuel is good. We have 3 greens. 1 more check. Good. 3 greens. Mixture. Prop. Beginning flaps. First notch.
Sky Harbor traffic, Bonanza 898 Kilo Bravo, 3 miles straight in for 3-2.
Sky Harbor traffic, Bonanza 898 Juliet Bravo, short final, 3-2, Sky Harbor.
Photos.
This is maybe one of the coolest runways I have ever landed at.
Oh, you can't hit that back.
Cool. This is crazy cool.
And get the synthetic vision. Greaser. Here we go. Kids are still sleeping. I think that was the coolest approach I've ever done. That was insane. Like, look at this. Like, you're literally right on the water.
Guess you can camp here. There's some people camping.
Look at all those floats.
When we arrived here last night at Sky Harbor Airport here at Duluth, we met Mark Marino and his wife Sandra, and they were so wonderful. We got to meet them. They gave us some information about the airport and the area, and we came back today to actually see what's going on in their hangar. And I'll tell you, every hangar tells a story, and this one tells an amazing story. It turns out that Mark and Sarah have Hangar 10 Aero as their company, and they started by creating this HATS aircraft, and then they modified it to reduce its weight, reduce its size, and they created an aircraft that they call the HATS Bantam. And then what they've done now is they've started selling these aircraft, and actually they've increased it and changed it in so many different ways that if you follow me over this way, it actually has a radial engine on it now, and it's this gorgeous aircraft that they have created and are selling for people as kits. They're helping people build them. They actually do the frame and many of the parts, and they've done a lot of design work on it. And as you can see here, it has this Werner radial engine on it. It's just spectacular. The workmanship is amazing, and we've learned about all the different parts and components, some of the challenges that Mark faced along the way, custom things that he had done, extrusions of parts such as the spars and the wings. It's it's a fantastic story. And then what even capped that is if we look towards the back here, we see a project that they did together back in 2013. And this is an aircraft called the Lark of Duluth. It is a perfect replica of this, the first airliner to fly back in 1913. Now we say a perfect replica. Obviously you don't want to make everything exactly the same because they weren't that safe back in 1913. One pilot, one passenger, and a lot of challenges. And so they made some improvements that are very well hidden in this aircraft, but it's just stunning and will eventually wind up in a museum. So what a first part of our adventure. What a great little story. Mark's not here in the frame for social distancing purposes, but we really appreciate the tour that we've gotten and all of the friendship that we're getting along the way. And so another step in our great journey. Let's see what's next.
See, what they normally did is they put planking. There's no plywood in this airplane. It's all planks. And what you do is put a layer of planking on, and then you cover it with canvas. And then put another layer and more canvas. And we decided that we can do better than that. You don't see it, so we use fiberglass in between two layers of planking. And what we do when we start it, the procedure is to hit the starter without the ignition on. Let it get, some good revolutions going. Once it's stabilized in the revolutions, you just hit the switch and then it just fires right off.
So how do you launch this thing? Like how do you take this thing off? Like how do you launch it? So you had the...
Oh, we've got a long drawbar that we hook on, and we bring it down the ramp until it floats off of the cart, and then we pull the cart out. And the first time we tried that, the cart floated, so it didn't work. So we turned the cart over and filled it with concrete so that it wouldn't float.
Inside the aircraft is like going back in time, and it's absolutely pristine. It's so cool. You can see actually the yokes and the tags back from 1947, all the controls that are in here. It's such a neat thing. I can't wait. Eventually we'll probably see this again at Oshkosh AirVenture or somewhere else, but we're going to have this on our mind from now on as another one of the aircraft tops on our list to look at and maybe eventually be able to fly. All right, let's check out where we're going next. All right, so as we were touring around Duluth, one of the things that we spotted was Duluth Trading Company. And it's kind of funny, we watch the really hilarious commercials for it all the time. We're here in Duluth, and we've even seen recently that they have these advertisements in the aviation magazines of an aviation print that has T6 Texans on the boxer shorts. And so we thought it would be really cool to come in here, see whether we can find those and make it a fun stop in our adventure. So we're going to tour around, do this, and then find our next stop. All right, I have never seen so many different types of underwear. This is insane. This is one of like 6 racks. And wait, you got boxers, briefs, boxer briefs, short boxers, long boxers. You've got Armachillo version, you've got Dang Soft version, and you've got the regular Duluth Trading version.
Well, this one,
and then
this one has bullpen.
And then you've got the bullpen. So the bullpen with stay put pouch, which is a
That's technology.
Cooler package for your package. Just saying.
Oh, I thought it was a soft treat for your seat.
Oh, a soft treat for your seat? Yeah, but the bullpen is a cooler package for your package. That's what it says.
Okay. Yeah. This is a big decision.
It really is.
Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility, 10, clear, below, 1.
Right, BIS.
Yeah, don't you have the whole flight plan in there? Yep. All set.
Just over 2 hours.
Yeah. Flight plan was showing 210.
Yeah, so we're straight departure, making turn to the right, overflying the city. Yep. Depart to the west.
Yes.
Skyber traffic, Bonanza 8908, Julie Bravo, take an active 32, straight departure, we're going to overfly the city and then depart to the west. Skyber.
Good. Is everybody all set?
Yep.
Engines in the green. Airspeed's coming up.
Yikes.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're coming up. You're stowed. All right, so I know it was kind of a goofy thing to go, do this thing to go to Duluth trading in Duluth, and it was actually pretty cool. I think Kristen, the manager there, taught us all about all this stuff, which we've never, learned anything, at least certainly not that much about underwear in our lives. I think, what did you guys say that normally is how you would shop for underwear?
Yeah, I think we said normally you look for the first package that isn't open.
Normally you just go to a cheap store and get the first package that isn't open.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we learned a crazy amount about it, and I have to say now, we're sold.
It's gonna be hard to go back now.
It's gonna be really hard to go back. So if you fly a lot, especially if you fly when temperatures are high and things like that, they have underwear that is meant to be cool. Is one of their features, and so they call it Armachillo.
Yeah.
So Armachillo underwear, meant to be cool.
I gotta say, it's working wonders.
It's working. It's working. And then they have something else, which I'll let you look up on your own, which is called a bullpen. And you can choose to get underwear with a bullpen or without a bullpen. I think it's good for flying with a bullpen.
Oh yeah.
So that's about all we'll kind of say. We had a good experience there. It worked out well. Learned a lot from Kristen. Wound out with Armachillos with a bullpen, and for flying, and especially when it's pretty steamy out there, it's we're feeling cool. Excellent. All right, on with our trip.
Future Whiskey, contact tower, fucking bed.
Well, Fargo, North Dakota. Getting the lesson
Making our way.
Getting the lesson in what a square mile is.
Future Whiskey, contact tower.
It's a square,
Mile.
and each of the sides is a mile. And we have now learned everything that there is to know about Fargo, North Dakota.
Well, like I remember, like in the beginning of my flight training, it's always hard to gauge exactly how far you are away from something just by looking.
Yeah.
Like around here.
You always know. How many miles
You
are
always
you?
know.
What's your
Future Whiskey,
position?
contact tower.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5 miles from you.
Literally.
That's not flaps.
Check barometer setting.
All good. Very green.
Nice.
Bonanza, Julie Bravo, turn right, Charlie 3. Text Spark via Charlie, man on this frequency. Good day.
Turn up a Charlie 3. Julie Bravo, we're going to executive.
Okay, here coming up. Their radar is whacking our headsets. Do you hear that every time?
Yeah.
That's their radar.
Really?
Yeah, that ball. Every time it sweeps. All right, so we are now leaving North Dakota. We just have come over these like very, very cool kind of like Badlands style area that's Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and we're coming up to the line and entering Montana, which is so cool. Sydney Regional is what we're about to fly over, and we are on our way
715, block 430450.
to Walco Field, Glasgow Valley in Glasgow, Montana. We're going to do a stop there. That's where we're going to try to grab some lunch. This is so cool. And it's amazing how it ends, because it was completely flat, and then all of a sudden we have all this terrain, and it's dry and arid. Now we've come up to this winding river, and it's all like flat plains right around the river, and then boom, there's the hills again. Very, very cool. What do you think?
It's crazy, that line that separates like all these crazy features and mountains and hills and all that, and then suddenly it's green, flat, and there's like just tons of farmland and crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And we got a dancing guy in the back who's on isolate, so you can't hear him, thank goodness. Anything to make the time go on a long flight.
Yep. Glasgow traffic, Bonanza 898 Joey Bravo is on left downwind for 12 Glasgow. Glasgow traffic, Bonanza is on final, 12 Glasgow.
So we're leaving Glasgow. It is basically 100 degrees. Now it's needle's going down a tiny bit. It was 100 degrees. That's the altitude, roughly 5,400 feet. With an airport that's at 2,300 roughly. And we're going to climb up to get into some cooler air. Go to one more stop.
Charlie Tango Bravo.
Glasgow traffic, Bonanza 89 Charlie Bravo back taxiing on 30. Yeah, not a place you want to do, you want to give yourself as much runway as you can in a situation like this. Okay, coming up, gear coming up. All right, so if you notice something different right now, we are all wearing these oxygen cannulas on there. And these are OxySaver cannulas that come from Aerox Systems. I reached out to Scott Ashton over at Aerox. I looked at a bunch of different oxygen systems for this trip. We haven't flown with oxygen before, but we were going to be flying at 10,000 feet, 12,000 feet. And, it's been studied that having, you can start to have the effects of oxygen deprivation even as low as 6,000 feet, especially if you're flying at night and you need night vision. And of course, as you start to get higher, you run the risk of hypoxia, which is definitely a concern. And so we decided, we settled on this system from Aerox, which I'm really, really happy with. It has some technology with it, which is kind of cool too. It has this Altus system, which shows your tank pressure here, so you don't have to look at the tank itself. And has these OxySaver cannulas, as I mentioned before. They've got small diaphragms in here that save oxygen. You can use a lower setting. And Jake has the tank back here, where you can actually see how that's set up. The Beech A36, of course, is a 6-seat aircraft, so we've got a 6-place system. Only 3 of us on board right now, and it's so easy to use. You put these cannulas on, and you just run them back to the distributor block that's right on top of the tank. Each of those gets plugged in, and then what you have is you have these flow rate indicators here. All you have to do is hold this up and slowly control the flow right from a needle valve that's right at the manifold where it plugs in. You get it set for your altitude, which is on the left here, this scale, and that's it. It's set it and forget it. You have your tank pressure, as I mentioned. That's your tank pressure is right here on an app. And then we have our really cool pulse oximeters from Masabo. And we've shown these before. They are medical-grade pulse oximeters. They are so cool, extremely reliable. I've experimented against really inexpensive pulse oximeters you can get on eBay and other online sites, and there's no comparison. The reliability, the quality of this, and it pairs with your phone to an app. It'll show you your heart rate, all sorts of other statistics. It'll record it. Again, extremely high quality, lots of data. You have a color display on it, and you can change the orientations for what you're doing. So we watched, and as we were climbing up, as we were just getting the system set up, our oxygen saturation numbers started to get just below 90. You want to be above 90, of course. And putting the system on, getting it set for our altitude, and now I think all of us are in the mid to upper 90s already. Yep. I know I was just showing, a little bit of turbulence there here. And I was just showing something like 95, 96. Ben, what are you seeing?
I started out like 90 to 92. Now I'm up to like 96, 97.
Yeah. Excellent. Same thing for you?
Yep, around 95, 96.
The other thing that's really great is we got with the system, bags, both for the tank as well as for all the cannulas. and they're custom made by Aero, so they fit everything perfectly, and it's a great way to transport it. So thanks to Scott for helping us figure out what the right system was for us, and we're going to use this as we go forward, as we go through the Logan Pass, and use it for the rest of our flight.
Nice. How'd it feel landing at 5,000 feet? 4,000 feet?
You noticed it took a lot of power.
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
All right, here we are, Cut Bank, Montana. Cool little airport. Used to be a historic Air Force base, and very windy, but we're going to go from here and see how we do in the pass. to the Logan Pass through the mountains. It'll be an adventure. We'll figure it out.
So basically what we're doing now is quickly planning our final leg for to cross the Continental Divide and get to Glacier National Park. So basically what we're going to do is go up to St. Mary Lake, make our way down to something called Logan Pass, up beyond the terrain, and then this is basically 33 to 35 miles of straight shot where we can descend into Glacier National Park.
What's the weather look like?
So right now it's looking pretty good. You can definitely see outside that we have a cloud coverage, but it's looking pretty high, so we should be able to get in.
Anything else
Nice and easy. Just started, so we'll see what we find, but other than that, it should be pretty good.
Cool.
So let's just try to stay on the right side of this whole thing.
The hell does that mean?
Like on the pass, try to stay on the right side. If we ever need to turn around, we can. And I can see the road we're following too on my side.
Okay, good.
I'm just going to make sure we stay on that.
Good, because I can't easily see down.
Yep. So you just keep us on this heading, on this altitude, and I'll help navigate.
Is it not this right here? On your left?
Nope.
Okay.
The one that's touching the clouds?
Yep. Since it's touching the clouds, that means our tops are at 10,000. Or the cloud bottoms are at 10,000.
Ben, are you seeing this out the left?
Yeah, it's nuts.
going. You're doing great.
This is unbelievable.
This is crazy.
So we go around this and we turn to the right.
Around this. Yep. And to the right, that is where Logan Pass is.